Data analysis is all about analyzing data sets to make meaning out of them, and there are several different data analysis techniques you can use to do that. Before you can understand those techniques, though, you must first understand how databases and data samples are organized. Data is kept in databases, and users can call certain groups of data to create data samples to do their analyses. Every database is made up of multiple records, and each record has multiple fields that describe that record. The easiest way to understand the concepts of records and fields is to think of how spreadsheets are structured. Each line in the spreadsheet is a separate record, which is defined as the collection of details that pertain to the entry for a specific transaction, policy, or event. In this database, we have 3 records represented by the 3 rows. Each record will have fields that provide explanatory details for that record. In other words, the fields in a database describe specific characteristics of each record. Here we have 4 different fields, represented by the 4 different columns for each record: the loss date, policy number, claim number, and loss amount. Users can pull select information from a database to create a data sample or data set. For example, if we wanted to see how much in total losses policy B had, we could pull a data sample that only includes information from the last 2 records, since only those 2 involve policy B. In a given data sample, each line is referred to as an instance. Our data sample here has 2 instances. An instance is similar in concept to a record, but it's not exactly the same thing, because a record will include all of the record's characteristics, but a data sample might include only some of the record's characteristics. Each column in a data sample is an attribute, which is defined as a variable that describes the characteristics of an instance. In this same data sample, each instance has 3 attributes: loss date, policy number, and loss amount. In other words, instances and attributes are basically the records and fields of a data sample. Just like how a record has multiple fields, an instance can have multiple attributes. Most of this course involves learning about predictive analytics, which is when you evaluate the known attributes from a data sample to make a prediction about a different attribute that is unknown. The attribute being predicted is referred to as the target variable or target value. For example, if we believe that for any given accident claim, the age of the involved driver and the age of the involved vehicle do tend to have an impact on the final loss amount, we can use our past loss data from prior claims to develop a predictive model that will then estimate the loss amount for a new claim that hasn't been settled yet based on the driver's age and vehicle age for that claim.